Here we go with my fifth and final item for Season 2 of the eBay Repair Challenge. And this item is a vintage popcorn game. Now this is not a game that I've ever played. It's actually not a game that I'd ever seen previous to this challenge. So hopefully it's something we can fix. I bought this 1976 Marks popcorn game for $16.59 and free shipping. Takes 2D batteries not included, tested, and it didn't work, needs repair. So I paid $16.59. I'm hoping maybe I can double that when I sell it, but I don't know. There's not a lot of these for sale and not very many sold. So I'm taking a chance on this one, but I do want to make this repair challenge as interesting as possible. So that's the reason I bought this, even though I'm not sure I'll be able to make much, if any, money on it. So here it is. A couple things are apparent. It's very dirty, and it looks like we might even have a crack in the plastic right here, but it looks like hopefully everything's here. I have no idea how this thing goes together. We've got an on and off button. So the first thing, let's put some batteries in it and see if it does anything at all. And here's our battery compartment. Immediately I see possibly a major problem here. This battery contact looks pretty corroded. The other ones look okay. Given how our other repairs have gone, I almost feel like we should just take that motor right apart and clean it out. See if that'll get it working. But let's test it out first and see what it does. Okay, and here we go. Yep, we got nothing. So it looks like there's some sort of switch right here. So when we turn it on, there must be a contact right in there. But clearly it's just getting no power at all. Okay, I did have this battery in wrong, but it's still not doing anything at all, even with the battery in correctly. So next we need to get our multimeter and see where the voltage is and where it's going and where we have the problem. So this is a little awkward doing it this way, but I want you guys to be able to see. So let's first test from here to here. We've got 0 voltage there. Let's test just the battery itself. 1.5 there. And 1.5 there. So we know the batteries are good. 3 volts there. And 0 volts right there. Automatically makes me think this connection is bad. Because if we go just on the battery, we've got 3.1. If we go right here, we've got 0. Let's try this connection. On here we have, let's get a better connection here. Not the best connection there either. Oh, there we go, 3.1. Go all the way down here, 3.1. So from here to here, we have a 3.1 voltage drop from this to this. So that tells me this connection is very bad. So we got to see what we can do. I'm going to try and clean it up. Some of these people may have rubbed all of this coating off. So if that's the case, then I might need to see if I can find another one of these. But let's take a look at it and see what we can figure out. So you can clearly see this material is much different than this. It should look like this, but instead it looks like this. So hopefully we'll be able to, I don't know if we'll be able to sand that off. It looks like someone may have taken this coating off, and that's going to be the problem. Yeah, it looks like the whole thing is just covered in that. So most likely what happened with this is this terminal got corroded by a faulty battery or just a bad connection, and now there's just no connection at all. Let's scrape on it just a little bit and see if we can get anything off here. So I do want to be clear of something with these battery contacts, and that is they've already been cleaned with vinegar or baking soda or something like that. So it's not a case of cleaning off battery corrosion. It's a case of this shiny, well, it's not really shiny, but it can be. It's supposed to be sort of shiny. This coating on the metal is what makes it so it can conduct electricity so well. And this contact had that coating already cleaned off or already rubbed off or scraped off or something. So I'll show you guys what I did. I took a file and filed down all the nastiness that was on this, and then what I did is took some flux, which is the paste that I put on, and then I put a coating of solder all over this entire contact. Now, I can't say for sure if this is the best way to fix it. Maybe it's not, I don't know, but I do know that it's probably a good way, and I think it will actually last a long time like this, as the metal is now coated again with something. So now we got to test it and see if this will actually work and get this thing working again. So one battery and the second battery. Okay, now the moment of truth. Will it work? Oh yeah. So this definitely works again. Let's check the voltages here just out of curiosity, since we checked them when that contact was bad. Okay, hopefully you can see everything. This thing is extremely awkward to work around. So we go from the negative on this battery to the positive on this battery, and we have 3.1 volts. That's what we had before. Now we go from here to here. This will test that contact and this contact and also these other contacts. Here we have 3.1 volts. So that shows that there is pretty much no voltage loss across all of these contacts. So the contacts are basically in perfect condition right now. Let's check here. Let's do the voltage drop test. And we lose 0 volts between those contacts. So let's check between this contact and this contact. This will check all of the connections between these points. And here we have 3.1 volts. So all the contacts in this entire electrical system on this toy are good. So now let's put the battery cover back on, and then we'll flip this over and see what it actually looks like and if it does what it's supposed to. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I think that's for sure how it should work. Now what I want to do is see if we can get this plastic cover off so we can clean all the balls, clean all the plastic, and see if we can get it looking good. I can see that it's been taken apart before, as these screws have been screwed back over the label instead of the label going over the screw. So I know someone has had it apart before. Most likely they were trying to fix it when obviously that didn't work. So let's see if we can get this off and see how clean we can get it. Okay, let's see if it comes off. Oh yeah, it does. Great news. So we'll clean up the inside and the outside of this plastic, and then we'll clean off all these balls. So this is far from perfect. I wish I could show on camera a little bit better how well it turned out compared to what it was. There is still the crack, obviously, and it's still got a lot of pock marks and pits in the plastic, but it is much cleaner, and I did get a lot of the big scratches off and that sort of a thing. So overall, it's much better, far from perfect, but it actually looks pretty good. Now let's get it all back together and test it out. So now we have it all together, let's test it out. Got it. So this vintage Marks popcorn game was a pretty easy fix, but I'm glad I did run into the corrosion in the battery compartment, so then I can show you guys how to fix it if you've already tried to clean the battery contacts, because it is actually a fairly common problem, especially when you're talking about old toys. Now, unfortunately, this one probably is not gonna go for that much money. Team USA is not doing so well in this challenge, but hopefully, I hate to say it, because I really don't feel this way, but on one hand, hopefully Vince doesn't do well either, so then maybe we still have a chance. Overall, this is a win for fixing and repair though. I hope you guys are starting to see that even though something might be old and broken, it doesn't mean it can't be fixed, and I hope it inspires you to get out there and start fixing some of your own stuff. This was item number 5 in the eBay Repair Challenge with my mate Vince, but stay tuned next week for the final winner announcement. Then I also have a special announcement about a giveaway, so make sure and watch next week's episode so you can learn more about that. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good one.